How's it going, everyone? Moku here. I'm back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing my SS3 deck list. I have a few matches with all the beloved Gogetas of this set, black, yellow, and my beloved red BR Gogeta. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. And just a quick explanation, I'm running also the promo. I don't know if I like it or not in this build, but it helps sometimes for the splits, 10k, swing, restand, so it's pretty good. I'm also running the one-drop Hercules and replacing of the promo Gokus. I don't have them yet. But yeah, this is a deck list. It's working fine for me. It's very aggro, very controllative to a certain extent. You don't really want to be controlling with this deck, but just go all face. But like I said, this is a deck list. If it helps out anybody, But with that being said, enjoy the video. I want to make them earn it, let alone like just make awkward plays. You never want to leave that pan on board. Even if you kind of neg to get rid of it, you do it. You don't really leave it there, just because. What's it called? It's a card that you need to get rid of. It's a card you need to get rid of. And it just being there to give them free value. Like, for example, if it was there after he dropped the 4-drop, it's just, key that got accumulated, and it makes him, easier for him to pop stuff or just swing for a taller number. You always have to be a step ahead, especially when you're playing against GT. But, here, name of the game is just all face. We have removal, let alone with this leader. You evolve, restand 2, swing 30 face. We have our Blue Power Awakening. And we also, have the stun Vegeta to get rid of it. And also, not to get rid of, I'm sorry, just stun it. And then we have our, luckily our SR Vegeta that pops, and the SR as well event. So you have choices, In this build, you kind of do run a lot of zeros, but they're much necessary just because you want to be aggro. You want to be aggro and also control board, so. It's to each his own, but it's just more of a control / aggro build. But you can control so much with this deck / leader, so keep that in mind. But this is the reason why we run, blue powers, just in case they drop 6-drop. Whether we're playing yellow Gogeta, BR, you just have that 2-drop cost event to play on them, pop, and get rid of the threat. Here, obviously we evolve, restand 2, swing all face. We don't care about board, because we're going to pop it anyways. So, here play the Hercule. I'm running the Hercule just because I don't have the promos yet. Once I get the promos, I'm going to take it out. It's just a random cantrip that I put on there. But the reason why I play the Hercule over the Goku is I want to have a guaranteed evolve next turn, rather than, playing out the Goku and then popping it. Now I have to look for another piece, right? So it's just a cantrip that just survives. It could be used as combo, let alone attack. Yeah. Here, I really have to go for game just because he's going at 6. So I'm assuming he has SCR in hand, so I didn't really want to, have to deal with that, let alone, even if I would have blocked 1 and been at 2 life with him going to hard 6 next turn, that's, 2 turns back to back. And yeah, so I just took everything knowing I have to go for game, Here, for whatever reason, he starts, I think, with comboing incorrectly. I don't know if he just gave up or whatever. But yeah, he just combos incorrectly. But even then, with the hand he had, I doubt he survives, But yeah, going with the cantrip, just to, I guess, be funny, whatever. But yeah, just go for 70. And that's a good thing about Blue Power Awakening. It could be used offensively. And for this matchup, it's, I want to say, I don't know how it was with Gogeta. I haven't played with a yellow Gogeta. But I would say it's 70-30 in yellow's favor. It just depends how you play it, to be honest. Believe me, you can play this matchup horribly incorrectly, but for whatever reason, a lot of the BR players into yellow, they like playing that Vegeta to rest. Like, it just gives me a free target to swing at, and it helps me just starve. In this matchup, you don't want to swing face at all. You want them self-awaken, you just want to keep resting board, because you're going to awaken regardless. You're not worried about their threats because you have, outs to them, so whatever they play, you just rest. Again, he's playing out these cards because he wants to awaken. I don't realize why he wants to awaken, let alone he's not going to do any, union, fusion. So, it doesn't matter. So he just gave me more, more body to swing at. But obviously now that he's awakened, I swing all face and just, pop board. And if I don't address it, yes, it's 10k on board. But I mean, again, it's just, they're just there, There was no reason for him to hyper awaken. He should have just left himself at 7. Makes my differentials harder just because I actually now have to waste my SR to swing at, basically what, 7-6 life. And he goes down to 5 comfortably. Now he has to give me a combo out of his hand just because he wanted to hyper awaken. And again, with BR, you don't want to hyper awaken, let alone you want to play out that Vegeta. You just want them to awaken you. You know, that deck is very hard to pilot, just because like if you miss your pieces, it's kind of feels like just Brick City. The reason why I know I only started playing it a little bit, like maybe 2 matches, but I play that deck in Masters, and it's literally the same thing. If you don't see your Goku Vegeta, you just don't do anything. The deck is just, yeah, it's just a cool leader. That's it. It doesn't do anything. So, but here, you know, he's going trying to go wide, so he can, you know, basically Union Fusion for free. He goes into the I think it was the promo from the tournament pack. Negative 15, but here I know that if I don't if I don't save this, then I don't have an out to that body. So of course I don't have supers, but I give him 2 10s because that card used to survive for me to, you know, get rid of his Gogeta. So here again, just face. I'm not worried about it. It's all face trace. You know, unless I'm playing black, I kind of really don't like swinging the 4-drop just because they have Pinnacle, and then they just blank your 4-drop, and he's no longer a body that can remove anything. So, you know, keep that in mind when you play against black. You have to sequence really carefully against black. So yeah, but here it's just, you know, just going, kind of just getting little resources, by just evolve, keep swinging face. Again, I have the out for his 5-drop, so I'm not worried about it. Just keep swinging, taking cards out of his hand. Here we don't swing at life anymore. We just pop and pass because there's no reason for me to give him more cards, and I don't want to lose the 2-drop because I want to give him extra cards. So yeah. And here, obviously, he knows he's in a losing situation just because of, low hand size and basically just board presence. And playing out the Veku. Once he played out the Veku, I knew it was GG's. So, yeah, from there, it's just a wrap. Pass his turn, swing lead, and he just, forfeits. Nothing he can do. So, and this matchup, honestly, is very interesting. There's a big debate going on between people in the community saying which deck is better. I played both. I tested Gogeta before it came out. It's a real aggro control deck, but for whatever reason, people aren't playing the control aspect. They just want to go face race and just kind of do the linear plays, or evolve into 4-drop, restand it, swing again with the 4-drop. With the SCR. But I also seen builds running the SR Vegeta, the one that KOs. You don't run that. I mean, that deck already runs enough brick to begin with. I know, for example, with SS3, so yeah, you don't run those at all. Like you have more removal for that. You have more, I guess you say, more swings with the leader skill to restand all that things. So you don't honestly need it. If anything, you probably run the Stun Coup, the 4-drop Goku from, if I remember correctly, FB02. Yeah, it's a good card. 10k, 25k. It answers 2 cards on board. It doesn't get rid of them, but it stuns them. So you survive to fight, another day, and you live to fight another turn. So it does, you don't guarantee yourself a GG's, because you want to be whatever it is and be, oh, you tap out. Yeah, you tap out, but you survive. But obviously in the mirror matchup, that 2-drop can't survive. You kill it immediately, as you saw turn priors. Yeah, you don't let that survive at all. Even if you neg, you kill it just because you fall behind with the SCR. And some people, for whatever reason, running blue power at 2, you need running at 3. You need to see it. You even hard mulligan for that card, to be honest, just in case. Like, yeah, you see your pieces, but if you don't see blue power awakening, okay, you saw your pieces. Okay, that's cool. You can't get rid of it now. You can't get rid of the SCR if they see it, right? So it's all in the perspective of the players. Like, sometimes you want to see kind of like a weird brick hand in the beginning because later on you're going to see like all your pieces let alone combos. And when you see an out to a card, that it's basically makes your matchup that much easier. I mean, you benefit from it, So it's like I said, it's all about perspective, and I guess whatever, how you like playing, and also defines a good player from a bad player, But so far it's just swinging face. I'm ignoring board. I got rid of his other body. I can manage 125k. It's annoying just because you have to give him 10k out of hand, but it isn't something that's hard to deal with. So again, here just combo out. I'm not really scared of dying just because I have the SCR out. So I'm not gonna lose the game. Whether he can obviously KO by battle. And he pops it, I gain a life. And this is the reason why I'm talking about he played that. His build, it's kind of weird just because he's running Janimbas and I think he's running some other Pycon that you'll see later he draws into. But you see how he literally just played the 4-drop. he stunned my SCR, he answered it, so basically it made my turn awkward. So if I didn't have the SCR for the turn prior, let alone an evolved target, now I'm kind of a pickle because I just swing base what numbers, and then now he survives and gets to fight another turn while having the 4-drop and also Janemba on board. So again, yeah, you may tap out, but you answer your opponent's board. And the reason why that Goku wasn't really like crucial, you know, like to the point where it hurt my turn, is just because I only had one card rested. If I would have had my Gogeta rested and another battle card, then, you know, basically I would have 2 bodies on board that wouldn't do anything, you know. So but here he knows that basically he's, you know, trying to split a bit with the Gogeta on board. 2 of them, you know, I'm not dying. I just, you know, don't want that unsuspected to happen. So, you know, combo out. But at this point, it's a losing effort for him, you know, because he's not addressing board. He evolves, stuns 1. I mean, that's not going to do much, you know, when you have a 40k swing coming. You know, so here I play out this, you know, the Searcher, whatever, reset energy, swing 40. And it's GG's from here, honestly. This matchup isn't hard at all. I feel like SS3 is super favored if you know how to play into it. You awaken why they don't, you know, especially if they want to play out bodies. I think Gogeta is good into other decks, I guess. But you can out-tempo it. You probably can't out-grind it, so you don't really want to go late game with Gogeta. But yeah, when it comes to, honestly, it's probably because I'm biased and people just tend more to Gogeta because it requires, no offense, less skill to play. SS3 is a very pilot-intensive deck, so that's why I think it's a better deck than, you know, than Yellow Gogeta. But yeah, that's that matchup. And for this one, it's another BR player, but honestly, this BR player is way better than the previous one. This one was actually kind of, I don't want to say went down to the wire, but he actually played a lot better than the other one did. Again, plays out of the body. Honestly, as if now that I'm also playing with BR, if I'm playing against Yellow, I'm not playing anything. I probably wouldn't play anything until I turn 3 if I have a Chila in my hand, because I want you to swing face. I don't want you to, you know, swing anything on board, because again, my leader doesn't do anything if I'm not awakened. Okay, cool, I Union Fusion for free. That's cute, that's all I do, you know, like, the leader needs to be awakened to be able to, you know, get that plus on the neg and pop, right? So, here again, I just do the same shenanigans, you know, rest, swing at board. If he gives me a card, cool. If he doesn't, that's cool too. The battle card dies, and it guarantees him not, you know, being able to Union Fusion, at least not for free, you know. He has to work for the fusion, you know. And here, you know, he starts to, you know, start looping it. I'm kind of surprised because I didn't expect him to do that. Honestly, when he played that, I thought he was going to go into the Veku. Because again, you don't want to leave that Vegeta rested just because you gave me a free target to swing at, you know. So from there, he left it rested. You know, now he lost his pieces. Yes, I think he hardcasts Veku next turn, or he does. Oh no, I'm sorry, he draws into the cantrip. Yeah, I thought he hardcasted it, but yeah, he goes again 1-1, and he starts to loop it where he could do that turn prior, and I would have to swing face if I wanted to draw, right? So again, you don't play Vegeta unless you're gonna Veku, and then you want them to swing at face. Maybe unless it's black, you probably, you know, don't mind being unawakened a little longer. But against any other color, you want to hyper awaken. I don't think you want to stay unawakened that fast, and let alone like you want to play your own battle cards to minus, you know, on awakening, right? Because yeah, you technically +1 off Vegeta, but still though, it's just a body they can swing at, so it's basically keeps you unawakened too. So I don't know. I guess it's just personal preference. But here's all face, you know, just controlling board, not worrying about, you know, what he plays, because you have the outs to it, you know, you have the events in hand to get rid of whatever he plays. So all battle cards are being played is just to, you know, swing face, not worry about anything. So yeah, I don't know why that was pretty disrespectful, honestly, when he went down to 1. Don't know why he went down to 1 against his deck. And not even this deck in particular, just Yellow in general, with SS3 and Gogeta being good as they are, and how aggressive they are with the SR. That's just foolish, to be honest. And foolish and disrespectful, but, you know, hey, I guess some players just think they're that good, I guess. But yeah, here, you know, he's trying to go into the SCR. Maybe I'm assuming he was trying to get me down to 1 so he could play SCR and win that way. Yeah, but I was just like, nah, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to trust it, because all he has to do is just literally swing at the SCR, just KO it by battle, and I don't get the effect. So, yeah. And here, obviously, like, I was trying to do the math and cards in deck because I only saw one SR to see what the chances of me getting it off the search. Luckily, my odds were pretty high just because I only had seen one. And that was my only win con, honestly, seeing SR, because I was able to split down, just get cards out of his hand. And here I was also debating to play out the cantrip, the searcher to, see what I get anything, but I don't think it was worth, sacrificing 25K. So I just dumped, with 2 extras and basically my 10Ks. And yeah, he had a few combo left in hand, not enough to combo out. And, not a difficult matchup if you know how to, maneuver through the matchup. So, yeah. And a bonus video for you guys here, just a matchup, BR versus BR. Again, told you I want to try the deck. Honestly, it seemed fun. And it really is fun. I never played it, seen it played maybe once in person. Watched a few videos of it and, caught my attention again because I played in Masters. So, I love the Gogeta character and also just the archetype with the Union Fusion. So, yeah. Here again, what I'm talking about, like you don't rest it unless you're going to go into Veku. Here I'm just being silly. I swing with it for no reason. Get the cards back, have one open, play cantrip again, pass. Try to establish a hand size while keeping my opponent unawakened. Now he's just forced to swing face, but here he doesn't. So that's how you know he's a good player. He's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna awaken you, bro. Like you have to do it yourself. So it's not a tall task to ask for, Gogeta with that 1-drop. So do the Veku again. I think Veku early on is pretty good. I think late game you don't want to even have to do Veku just because you want to just be able to play out your big bodies. If you're Vekuing late game, you're probably you're falling behind for sure. That's guaranteed you're falling behind. So you want to just get them, out early. I run 4. You need to run 4 to 10K, so you want to see them early on. Just kind of loop and be able to, you won't get punished resting your Vegeta and having cantrip and then just looping it. So you have to swing face. You see early on is just pure cantrip, so. And funny enough, right here, my hand was super awkward. I just saw everything that was engine and just useful. So I actually bottom decked the super combo. I was like, you know what? Like, this may be crazy, but I have to bottom deck it. Like, yeah, it keeps me alive, but it doesn't help me make any offensive plays. Like, there's no way I could have bottom decked anything because everything was useful, as you see in the rest of this match. Like, literally everything in my hand puts in the work. The God comments, like, absolutely not. They're not getting bottom deck. Because in this matchup, they're crucial. It's just baffling to me that people don't think it's a good card and they run whatever god-awful events that, came out in this set for Gogeta BR, but sheesh. Like, it's just simple. Pop a free 30K, like, not free, but, like, if you know how to kind of, like, sequence correctly, that 30K, KO is just free, honestly, so. I think it's a 3. Some people run it at 4. I don't think you want to run 4 just because you already run a lot of zeros and with a lot of 5K. So, but 3 is the perfect number. In this matchup, I think I did use all 3, but that was just because it was a mirror and it was like we both saw our pieces. So there's no excuses for either player. Like everybody saw their pieces, So here it's funny because I actually go into a 2-drop Goku, but I was initially just going to go into the 2-drop Goku with Chilai. Just to, neg it down to 30 and pop it with God Kame. But luckily enough, I actually drew the Vegeta off Chilai effect. So it kind of helped me go into an actual fusion. Let alone just go into like Goku and then just popping. So help me be a little aggressive this turn and also just get a super out of his hand. And yeah, just basically now I tap 2, boom. SCR is dead. Again, that's like the key positioning piece in this matchup, bro. Like I feel like whoever sees just more God Kames just wins the matchup because you just freely remove their bodies and being offensively, aggressive, while they're just basically working for that, KO or negging, swinging at board. So, because you guys have to remember also when they swing at board, whether it's a cantrip or a body that got minus, it basically counts as a pseudo blocker because they're not swinging at life, Begin, play out him out. Neg 5 again, now buff, swing lead. We're just taking cards out of his hand at this point. And then we just play the new TP Gogeta. I think the card's good. Yeah, you neg in hand, but the fact that you can just neg 15 is 10K. So even if it's not a good play at times, it's still it's still, a 10K, so it's a great card, and next 15, like, it almost makes your leader skill flies, like, 80% of the time, so I believe it's a good card. But here, basically, he's kind of, like, already on his back foot on the ropes. I believe he was trying to split me here, so I just take the life here with 3 super combos. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get down. Again, did it because I saw what he added. I won energy, so I knew that he wasn't gonna be able to split me down and everything. So yeah, that's Gogeta BR. He had the promo in hand. He had 1 energy, so I knew there was no other place for him to make, and besides getting me down to 1. But yeah, hopefully you guys liked and enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and then I'll catch you guys next time.